want to create like an experience with it. So I'm just doing like, we got all the music. We probably got about 10 tracks. So right now I'm just getting the skits and things like that together, and we're gonna get it out hopefully before the 1st of September.
Word. Okay.
Yes.
That's what's up. And you got the studio right in the home, huh? So
yeah, I'm right in the crib. Yeah, right in the crib with it. I'm outside right now, but like, I got a little setup in my crib, and then like I make beats. You know what I mean? I got an area where I make beats and stuff too. But yeah, I stay locked in. Really, we got a ton of music individually, me and Akil, and then like as a group as well. So we pretty much about to just unload the clip. You know what I'm saying? Videos, movies. You know what I mean? Whatever you could think of, really.
Well, I definitely want to get both of y'all on when the Watchers drops for
Absolutely.
sure.
Definitely.
And let me run it. The rap scene. I am Frank 5D, the anomaly sworn solemnly harsh nobody, and today we got we got one of the nicest dudes on the mic at the moment, literally. MC, producer, merchandise master. This guy plus a microphone is like holy matrimony, and we can't ignore him and his like in this day and age. Flow is crazy. The bars are immaculate. People, we got the indelible YNX716. What's up, son?
I appreciate you having me, man. It's an honor. I've been tapping in, seeing the show, seeing a lot of individuals from Buffalo on the show, so it's been dope, and I'm glad to be here.
We appreciate that, and we appreciate them, and we appreciate you. Tell the people in your own words who you are and what you do.
Yeah, man. So I'm Y.N.X. I'm a hip hop lyricist, storyteller. I'm just I would say like I'm a vessel of life. So I speak for the people that don't rap. You know what I'm saying? So I would say that's my angle in regards to the music, and I'm just taking it one day at a time and just making sure that everything I say is impactful.
That's what's up, man. And very nice, because I'm one of those dudes who would like to rap, and I love rappers who make me want to get on the mic.
Word. Appreciate it.
Let's get into all of it, man. What's different about Buffalo now versus when you were coming up?
Definitely. So I've been in the hip hop scene in Buffalo for about 10 years. You know what I'm saying? It's been about 5, minus COVID, since I've been really, taking it serious as far as the business aspect, the, going on the road, getting features, you know what I'm saying, things like that. So I would say it changed a lot in regards to I feel like it's more togetherness, you know what I'm saying? It's more diverse. So it's just not rap, you got poets coming together. You got, artists, people that draw, you got graffiti, you know what I'm saying? So you got a little bit of everything really coming together in Buffalo nowadays. When I was coming up earlier, it was a lot of different showcases, and I feel like right now it's more people coming together and actually doing it as a collective, I would say.
That's what's up, and it's of course because the elephant in the room when you're talking about Buffalo is they running real hip hop right now. They're running that boom bap sound with the Renaissance going on. With that happening, why do you feel NYC can't still give the proper respect and at least temporarily pass the torch?
So I mean, it's really all about who you're talking to at the end of the day. So if you got somebody that show love and they understand that they gave what they were supposed to give in regards to their contribution to hip hop, it's because if we talk about Griselda, a lot of legends have showed them respect in regards to we had our run, Wu-Tang included, Nas came to Buffalo, showed Griselda love. So it's like they really I've been seeing a lot of pioneers show us love. So I feel like now it's time for the next round of MCs to come in and show what they have, so we can continue on to continue to pass the torch. But I haven't really seen too much against passing the torch to Buffalo, you know what I mean? But I would say that we have been given a lot of respect from the the pioneers of the hip hop.
Word. So yeah, for y'all keeping the torch going, a lot of, like you said, everybody's flooding in there. Not everybody's flooding in, but the scene is budding more, should we say?
Right.
And of course, you are getting that recognition from other places. It seems like more than New York. What else does Buffalo need to do? Like you mentioned, showcases. What else do they need to do to gain that recognition as a hip hop hub?
I feel like we just need those resources. And then I feel like we don't need to be dependent either. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's no group or individual is responsible for bringing anything here that we can't do ourselves. So, you know what I mean? A lot of times people look to Griselda as like a come help me type thing. You know what I'm saying? But when you got the internet, it's nothing that you can't accomplish. So, like, I think the less time that they spend trying to look for somebody else to help them, we've been, you know, because Akil, he's from New York City. You know what I mean? He's from Mount Vernon. So it's like he has a lot of resources already. So he ended up coming up here, and you know, a lot of people see him and I in the group. You know what I mean? Doing the Dusty Souls, and they don't understand how many resources he have just from being back from Mount Vernon. You know what I'm saying? It's about the heavy D's that came out of there. You know what I mean? I don't think you know, a lot of different legends came out of Mount Vernon. You know what I mean? You got you know, you got a plethora of artists and producers that come from Mount Vernon, and he can go out in New York City and just run into people that people in Buffalo would never be able to get in touch with unless they're out there. You know what I'm saying? So I would say that it's really about using your resources, traveling and things like that, you know, to make sure that, you know, you're making the best of the opportunities.
That's what's up. I mean, people used to say, you know, East Coast hip hop or New York hip hop. Can we just start saying Buffalo hip hop now when, you know, we're talking about real shit?
Yeah, I believe we've earned that title as of now, you know, being that, you know, the level of lyricism that we've been rapping on, and then also, again, the people that we have coming after us, because, you know, it's always a future behind the greats. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, I definitely agree 100%. We, you know, they should definitely, you know, but I feel like the respect has been given. You know what I mean? If your mindset is there to be able to show love and understanding, and you don't really live off hate, you know what I mean? It's really a no-brainer at this point.
Word up. Um, I was recently able to talk to one Pretty Bully.
Yeah.
Buffalo, fun conversation. Shout out Pretty Bully.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask you the same thing that I asked her.
Definitely.
How many bars do you have, dude?
Man. Man, that's an excellent question. Actually, are we talking minutes? Are we talking years?
I never thought about it like that. No,
Yeah,
however you want to measure it. Yeah.
So I got an album called Messages in Time. So like a lot of in that album, I talk a lot about how like time don't really exist. But I would say I got a lifeline worth of bars. You know what I'm saying? In songs and compositions, because I write at a very fast pace. So me and me and my brother Akil, like we write so quickly that we can finish the album in like a week. You know what I'm saying? With good quality. A lot of people can say y'all can do an album in one day, and you know what I mean, but what is the quality like? You know what I'm saying? But like all of our shit is really quality, and everybody is gonna get to witness it once we like drop this Watchers. And the Watchers is like a warm up. You know what I'm saying? But I would say definitely I got a lifeline worth of it. You know what I mean? For different occasions, you know, different points in life, different stories. Because like I really make music to help people get through certain times in their lives. You know what I'm saying? So that's my main goal in regards to when I'm doing the music, because I want to help somebody get through something. But yeah, I would say a lifetime for sure. Whatever that is.
The process is very interesting, and we'll definitely get to that. But you come from a family of singers.
Yes, sir.
You used to sing yourself before you started rapping.
Absolutely.
Can you still sing?
Nah, man, I can't. Well, at least me, because like, so like, when you compare, because like me, I want to do everything at an elite level. You know what I'm saying? I have still been singing because I've been doing like ghostwriting reference tracks. So like I recently wrote 2 months ago, I wrote a joint for a reference for the Isley Brothers. You know what I'm saying? And I had to sing on that, but when I sung it with the intentions of somebody else redoing it before we got it to their management and things like that. You know what I'm saying? So I sung it, did the main thing, you know what I mean? My team that I do the writing with, they came back like, yo, let's get somebody to re-sing this joint. But if I really train my voice, I probably could, but it's just not really where my passion lies at the moment. So I just kind of like when my voice started changing, so it started getting raspy and deeper. I kind of got away with it. You know what I mean? I got away from it.
Hmm.
Yes, sir.
You know, a lot of the best singers got raspy voices. So you know,
Word.
when you started making music, you know, I guess after you started making music, as you started making music, your foundation is, you know, in 90s hip hop.
Exactly.
But you do a great job of modernizing that classic sound, should I say.
Sure.
And it feels and sounds so natural. Is it a conscious or an unconscious thing?
So it's really subconsciously, you know what I'm saying? So what happens is when you do something for such a long period of time, you start to develop, like you could do it in your sleep. So like you probably could do a whole podcast in your sleep just because you've been doing interviews, you've been speaking to people. So it becomes second nature, you know what I'm saying? So when I realized that, and then, you know, also coming up and experiment with different styles and different points in my life. So I had like a party section in my life, and you know what I mean, I had a moment where I was going through things. So all of those things inspired different music. So I can really do any genre of music. I can do drill if I want to, but my main thing has been not confusing the fans. You know what I mean? But also on the other hand, you look at places like McDonald's and Burger King, they have like their limited items. So they got like McDonald's got the Shamrock Shake. So like they're not known for like shakes, they're known for like burgers and fries. But you know, people will still buy into it because it's a limited thing. So like typically I'm always looking at my business market based off of the larger corporations. So before I do something, I always make sure I look at it from a business standpoint, from a corporation. So okay, so if McDonald's wants to introduce something different, are they just gonna just put it on their audience, or are they gonna like do some type of rollout? So I utilize a lot of those tactics to be able to develop like a business market around what I'm doing.
Very nice. You in, I guess that shows, you know, it shows. You said you wrote a reference track for the Isley Brothers.
Right.
And outside of hip hop, that's mostly what you listen to is soul music and oldies.
Exactly. So I got a ton of vinyl records because I sample right off vinyl, sometimes. So I got a few Isley Brothers records, and that's really like what I really listen to. I mean, old school music. I don't listen to too much hip hop. I've been getting into like the new sounds because again, I do like ghost writing behind the scenes. So I've been getting into like a lot of the newer sounds because they want hit records. Like they don't really want conscious stuff what I'm doing. So that really just shows my versatility. You know what I'm
saying? Very nice.
Yeah.
So you started rapping, I mean, around 13.
Right. Correct.
Can you remember any of the first rhyme that you wrote?
So the first time I ever went to the studio was me and my group members. We used to go by the Guap Boys. It was 3 of us. You know what I'm saying? And we went to a studio and I just freestyled the whole joint. The song was called I Thought I Told You. And it was just, again, it was a freestyle. So I would just, but once I got that recording bug, I just couldn't get away from it after that. But I remember my first ever record. It was everywhere. It was just like a scatterbrain verse. You know what I mean? I was just saying whatever came to my mind, and I'm not too proud of it, but yeah, big. I'm glad I improved. I'll just put it that
way. Very nice. Clear and present in your material is the Nas influence.
Right.
Talk to me about the relationship with Nas's music.
Definitely. So it's not purposely, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not intentionally trying to sound like Nas, it's just my regular voice. So like a lot of people, what I always tell people is that when they're coming up on a new artist, they need something to resonate to. So resignation is typically, I need to, in order for me to accept this artist and not hate on him, I need to be able to resonate something that I'm familiar with in order to be able to accept him, to be able to become a fan. You know what I'm saying? So like I get a lot of the, but now I utilize the Nas comparison to my advantage. So anytime Nas drops, I'll drop around the same time as Nas. I'll run my ads around Nas content. You know what I'm saying? And I set up a YouTube ad probably about 2-3 years ago, and this is around the time where he dropped Magic, and I just went through and I took a bunch of different Magic videos and copied and pasted it around my song. And then somebody left a comment like, "Yo, this is dope, man. I was listening to Nas Magic album, and I thought it came back on." So like, it ended up in the algorithm based off how I set up the ad. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna utilize this to my advantage because it sounded like somebody can either help you or hurt you. So like me, I'm a strategic person, so I'm like, I'm gonna figure out how this can help me and benefit me. But yeah, it's like I said, I came up listening to Nas heavy. He's a heavy influence with me because I'm an engineer too. So I listen to how his music is mixed to help me mix my own music because I have a tough time doing so. You know what I mean? But yeah, Nas is definitely in my top 5 for sure.
Very nice. You know, I can't explain why he's not in mine.
Right.
What's the first Nas record you ever heard?
Shit, that's a good question. Let me see. So I would say one of my favorite records is The Message. Just because of the beat, you know what I mean? How it come on, you know what I mean? Fake Thug, No Love, you get the slug, CB, you know what I mean? So it's like just the flow of that joint. And it just, you know what I mean? It just captivates me. Drunk by Myself is another one that I like because I was going through, again, hip hop and everything around it is based off resonating. You know what I mean? If you can't connect, and that'd be a lot of issues with artists, they can't resonate with people. They're like selfish artists. It's just me. You know what I'm saying? It's not like us or, I mean, what are we going through that we can
grow with the audience.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So like, you can't leave out your audience. It can't just be all about you. So I would say Drunk by Myself because I was, I'm a loner. You know what I mean? So like, at times I would get drunk by myself. You know what I mean? KISSING. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? My Fetus. You know what I mean? I redid Fetus actually. So I actually have a whole project that's based off Nas. You know what I mean? It's called Sincere. So I took the character that he played in Belly and I made a whole album around it. You know what I'm saying? So like, I realized that to be creative. You know what I mean? And again, if they're gonna compare me, and if they, you know what I mean, it's like a psychological marketing thing. So if you know people gonna say you sound like Nas, why not have something that's associated with what they gonna say anyway? You know what I mean?
Excellent project, man.
Thank you.
My favorite was the one with Tony Boy. The whole project is dope, but kind of like y'all got a little dynamic to it too. Like y'all don't put together.
Yeah, that was our first record ever, and then I just did a record with him on his Weekend at Tony's joint. It's me, him, and Jamal Gasol on that joint. It's Born Legend. We actually just dropped a video to that joint. But yeah,
I missed that. I need to check that. Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, shout out to Tony Boy. He's been a heavy support system. You know what I mean? He's always, because he has heavy influence in the city too, and he has always gone against the grain with supporting me. Because me, like, I'm to myself. So like, a lot of my shit, like, I catch people by surprise because I'm not the type like I'm the best on the best. I'd rather show you I'm the best than say I'm the best. So like, a lot of times he be like, you know what I mean, he'll make like Facebook status like Y.N.X different. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, I want to mix the whole project for Y.N.X. He mixed that whole Sincere out. You know what I'm saying?
Very tight,
like, you know what I mean? So like, it's to the point where, me and him, we definitely gonna do some more work for sure. And like, that's the homie, man. Shout out to Tony Boy for sure.
Shout out to Tony Boy, friend of the rap scene, straight up and down. Back to Nas and dope concept for the Sincere with all the belly references and everything. Very nice. Number 6 on Complex's Hip Hop Power Rankings, one DJ Vlad said that Nas is the worst beat picker of all time. Is there any truth to that?
And I use that to my advantage too, because I feel like I pick better beats than Nas, to be honest. Because like, so I everything is strategic with me. So when I hear people like, you know what I mean, like, because like that's like, not because I don't say idol. I'm heavy, like, that's a heavy influence for me. So like, but then also hip hop is still competitive. So like, I have to figure out, because, you know what I mean, Nas is still active, but if it's going to be a comparison, I can't be exactly like Nas. I got to have some type of different, you got to be somewhere to differentiate us. And I say making, because I make beats. So like, I find all of the fire samples. Can't nobody tell me nothing about my beats I pick. All of them shits be fire. You know what I'm saying? But I got a few that, you know what I mean, that I may not have liked, but sometimes, I purposely add in tracks that like I call them throwaway tracks. So I put 2 throwaway tracks on that Sincere album that I personally didn't like, but I'm like I need that balance. So Red Light was one of them, and then Change was the other one that I didn't like. But I'm just gonna throw them on there because it's gonna help the balance of the project.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice.
Yes,
Man, did you see that red light?
Yep.
Let's go. Let's play a little game.
Yes.
Worst of the worst of Nas.
Okay.
Worst Nas beat.
Let me see. See, you know, because I don't even got no memory of it because I usually just skip it. But let me see. That's a good question. I don't know because like I really listen to all of the beats that is fire, and I just kind of I wipe the rest of them out my memory. So like
Yeah. What's Nas's worst single?
Worst single. I don't really like One Mic, to be honest. Yeah, I don't really like One Mic. I like the impact, but it's just like I don't know.
A little too on the nose.
Maybe it's the beat. You know what I mean? The like he went crazy on that joint. Like he really, you know what I mean? Like when that build up, I don't know. It's just I don't know. Maybe I wanted to make One Mic or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, that's because like I don't have too much criticism. You know what I mean? Like Nas can't really do much wrong in my eyes, but if I would say a joint, just off the hand, let me look real quick because I want to give you a educated. Can I see your phone real quick, Brody? Let me just look real quick so I can try to just because I want to be able to give you like an educated answer on this. And I don't want to throw nothing out there.
I'm gonna say Dr. Knock Boots for me.
What's that?
His worst single, Dr. Knock Boots.
Dr. Knock Boots. Ooh, what that is?
Yeah. I couldn't even tell you what album it was from.
I didn't really like One Time for Your Mind. I didn't really like that beat.
Okay. Very nice because my next joint was worst album cut. One Time for Your Mind wasn't a single, wasn't it?
Nah, it just was like probably like a B-side cut.
Yeah. Okay.
Usually, most of the singles is dope. Album, I would say, I think probably that Untitled joint, the nigga out the N-word album. Yeah.
What would you say is Nas's worst feature?
Oh, let me see. Some features is tight there too. I ain't gonna hold you. I think he got a joint with A$AP Rocky that I ain't really like. That was on the Cool Disease joint.
Right. Him and who else was on there? It was it was just those two.
Fabio. He got a joint with Fabio. It's called I ain't like this joint. It was called Spicy.
Okay. All right.
That's the wrong camera. Yeah. This joint.
What is Nas's worst line from Belly?
Worst line from Belly. You ain't see that red light?
I'm gonna go with you know I don't believe you though, right?
Yo, what's your how do you think his acting was in that movie?
Very shaky. Not good. No, I mean honestly, it seemed like Hype Williams didn't want them to act or something.
Yeah.
Seemed like everybody was kind of supposed to be a caricature or something. But
right.
No, I didn't like it at all. No.
Okay, I got you. Yeah. Yeah, man.
Let's wrap this up. Last but not least, worst Nas album cover.
Album cover. So it's this dude from New York that be doing worst album cover. I think it was it was probably like the joint where he was standing up next to the pigeon. He was like crouching down the jail pose. And that's only because the dude had it on his top 5 worst album covers. I'm just gonna throw that one out there.
Word up. There's a precedent for it. All right.
Yeah.
Thanks for playing Words with the Words with Nas, yo. Damn, you You really hate Nas, don't you? I'm joking.
I try not to, man. I try not to.
How did it feel being a big fan of Nas to get the look from Search?
Oh, that was dope. That was very dope, actually. Um, so I've been doing marketing things because I know that my flow can hold up to it. So I want to say that Search heard my 97 Nas single, and that's what made him start supporting me. But it could have been a plethora of things. But basically, I used that as a flip on one of because Benny had a joint called 97 Hove. So like I ended up flipping it to 97 Nas with my own style because it was the comparison was already happening. So I'm like, why not use it to my advantage? So I didn't want Benny to think I was on like some funny shit because I came up listening to Benny. Like he was like he been that boy in Buffalo for like years. You know what I'm saying? So like even before like he was signed and shit like that, he was always like the one in Buffalo. You know what I mean? So he met me when I was in the groups when I was younger. But when I got older, you know what I mean, like actually getting it, he probably don't even like know me back from the group. So like before I dropped the single, I made sure to reach out to him because Nas and Jay-Z had beef. So I didn't want him to take it the wrong way, but I did my due diligence and I'm about to drop this joint called 97 Nas, and it ain't no disrespect type shit towards it or whatever. So I think Search originally found me around that, and then he just continued supporting me after that. But it was dope, man. It was dope because I know, and I tell people like, Search got Nas his first deal when Search even talks about it. So it was dope, man. It was definitely, I was definitely on a roll. I had a lot of momentum at that time, but then COVID ended up hitting.
Shit.
Yeah. And then Search went on Drink Champs, and because Nori cuts people off every 5 minutes, he was asking like, "Who are you listening to in the underground?" And then before he could I'm like, damn, he about to say Y.N.X. I mean, he could have named me, but before he could say anything, Nori cut him off, and then he just went to a whole nother subject. I'm like, damn, well, that's that.
Nori's kind of hard to watch.
Yeah, man, that's why I had to start watching him. He cut people off like every 5 minutes.
But shout out to Search and shout out to Benny.
Hell yeah.
Irv Gotti of Murder Inc. fame said that Nas has the best hip hop album in Illmatic and the best hip hop single with Made You Look of all time. What say you, YN?
I mean, that's subjective. Yeah, I mean, it's an opinion. I would say, I think If I Ruled the World was probably a better single than I Made You Look.
It ain't hard to tell. It's my shit. I'd have never put it.
Yeah, that's another dude. Hell yeah. Yeah. I just like, it's plenty of joints.
Well, YN, the evolution.
Mm-hmm.
Y.N.X to Y.N.X to YNX716.
Yep.
I've heard you talk about dropping the Buffalo area code from the name.
Yep.
To do that right here in this interview with the rap scene.
So, as you can see, 7-1. You know what I'm saying? So like I've been really branding around it, and I just dropped an EP called The Forgotten Six. You know what I'm saying? So that was kind of like my burying of the six because I don't want to be tied to one place. You know what I'm saying? My music is overseas now. Man, so it's like I don't want to be tied to Buffalo. Only reason why I didn't do it earlier is because the search engine optimization. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to throw that off, so that's the reason why I didn't. Because I was just gonna take Y.N.X. It was just gonna be Y.N.X. You know what I'm saying? I was gonna take out the 716, but in my earlier years, I just had that mindset of represent where I came from. But I could do that in other ways. You know what I'm saying?
Word. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and claim it. You dropped the 716 right here.
Yes, sir. It's official. It's official.
Talking about.
Yes, sir.
Your last project,
mm-hmm.
Messages in Time.
Right.
Obviously an offshoot from Messages and Money.
Right.
What went into Messages in Time that was missing from Messages and Money? I know the theme is,
Yeah. So it's again the time is money. I just kind of wanted to touch base on the importance of each. You know what I'm saying? You can't buy time with money. You can't buy. You can't exchange them. You know what I mean? Like that's why I've been really heavy on like the entrepreneur. Like when we started going to work in exchange for money and like sacrificing our good time and good years. Like if you think about it, you know what I mean. In the black male, like the life expectancy is like maybe 60, and if they want me to work till 65, you know what I mean. When am I going to When am I going to find time to enjoy life? You know what I'm saying? So like right now, I'm in the phase of just going against the grain. I'm doing everything the opposite of what I learned, and I don't want to work for nobody. You know what I'm saying? And like I'm manifesting, you know, my future. I've been doing, you know, I've been facilitating workshops. You know, so I do mental health workshops titled "Pain Your Pain." So I got a cannabis 716 sativa. So I'm pretty much planting a bunch of different seeds to make sure that I never have to work for nobody again.
That's what's up, man. I see it all the time. Like, you know, adjacent to the music, you're big on creating and selling your own merch.
Exactly.
Like damn near everything I see.
Exactly.
Where is branded said
Right.
Y.N.X.
Yep.
How important is that to you? Like, how does that help out the artistry at all? Does it keep you creative in a way? Like,
it's just it's free marketing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, and I see you got your merch on too, but it's like if we, like, you see a lot of rappers wearing Ava-Rex. Ava-Rex is not promoting your brand. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, why not wear your own brand? Because, you know, and then you want to familiarize people with it too. You know what I mean? Even and me and Ak had a talk too. Like, yo, bro, we need to we need the Skywalker merch. Like, you know what I mean? But Ak, one thing about Ak though, he shows a lot of love to independent people that got their own merch. You know what I mean? So my homie Big Boy, he got a distribution. We got Out West, my boy C. So like, he shows a lot of love to people that have their merch. You know what I mean? And when he drops his merch, you know, the same energy is going to be reciprocated because he does, you know, because of the love that he shows. But me, I wear my stuff all around. You know what I mean? It's more so like, so people know, like, this is who I am. And you're not going to see me wearing nothing else unless it's sneakers because I don't got my own sneaker yet. So, but everything else, you know what I mean?
Took the thought right out of my head. That's the only thing, you know, I do the same thing as a kid. You know, I support everybody else's stuff. I don't go to the stores and buy designer and nothing like that.
Exactly.
Good shit.
Thanks.
You honestly have too many projects to try and keep up with, man.
Right. And message money. Yeah, Messages in Time was my second last project. So the Forgotten Six was the most recent one. Well,
okay.
I dropped 2 EPs after Messages in Time. So I dropped Conceptual Thoughts, and that's produced by DJ Concept. That album like 2 years old. And then I dropped the Forgotten Six on my birthday, June 6th. You know what I'm saying? So 666 basically. So the Forgotten Six, my birthday, June 6th. You know what I'm saying? So like all pretty much aligned that all together.
Also a dope project. I hadn't heard Conceptual Thoughts.
Yeah.
But it's exactly what I'm talking about, man. You have too many projects to keep up with.
Yeah.
And I'm more glad that, you know, bars come to me, you know, more often than I have to go to them these days.
Right.
But yeah, you have so much work upcoming and you know, already out. And it's a direct product of your production style. Like you said, I write so fast, and then you'll take off. You got your brain rest, and then you come back to it. And next thing you know, you got 4 or 5 concepts already down, and all you got to do is write the verses.
Yes, sir.
Do you feel that approach would be like beneficial to other artists?
Definitely, because it's like I look at it as like building a house or framing a wall. I'm not sure, like, so I built the walls in my studio. So like, you got to do everything one thing at a time. So first you got to frame, which is with the 2x4s, and then you got to, you know, if you want to do insulation, you can do that. But it's a process of everything. And sometimes you might not be in the right state of mind to overpower your brain. So that's why I take breaks, because I don't want to overpower my brain and just lose. Because I'll write, then you'll write a lazy verse because you're too tired mentally. You know what I'm saying? So I look at it like building a wall. You know what I mean? You do the your foundation, and then you do the installation, and then you do the drywall, and then you got to do you got to mud, and then you paint. You know what I'm saying? And then you got the finished product. So that's how I look at it.
Very insightful, and there's not many people that's doing that straight through. You gotta take your breaks. You gotta rest. You gotta let your body go through. Read the blueprints. You know, figure out if anything is wrong. That's what's up, man. Give me your 3 top albums of yours. or projects, I guess, because you got a few
Definitely.
EPs.
So definitely Dusty Souls, because I feel like that was a breakthrough for me. It was a breakthrough for me and Ock, you know what I'm saying? Because Ock he was coming off a label situation, you know what I'm saying? I've been like grinding independently for a minute, with no help, you know what I'm saying? So when me and Ock aligned, like we were able to like take some of the weight off. So Dusty Souls, I got a joint called Glass Half Full that I dropped in 2022. And then Messages in Time, you know what I'm saying? Because that joint was special to me because I did everything on that joint. I mixed it, I made the beats, and I made the album art, you know what I'm saying? So I would say those are my top three at the moment. The Watchers is special though. The Watchers is dope, you know what I'm saying? But right now, as of now, those are my top three.
Very nice. Explain the album art for Messages in Time, because I see, each number is correlated to something. We got love, we got some clouds. What's
Yeah.
up with that?
So like I based it around. So I utilized the months. So 12 being December. That's why I had like the gift. I mean,
Okay.
one being January, two being February. I had the heart for Valentine's Day. March, March Madness. That's why I had the basketball. Um, so I pretty much utilized, different phases. Like, and then I utilized the weather in Buffalo. So like around the time, usually in like December it's snowing. So that's why I had like the snow. And then I had the hands on the 7-1 because, it's my catchphrase. So I say it before every verse. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, man, just the clock representing, and then just the different vibrant colors because it just attracts that attention. You know what I'm saying? Like it makes people open their eyes. So yeah, that's the basis around the cover, and what my mind frame was when I was designing it.
Very dope, and of course,
Yeah,
just drives home the whole concept of the album. Um,
definitely.
very dope.
Thank you.
Um, along your musical journey, you've had some ill features, man. Um,
Facts.
from G Rap to Machina, Conway himself, 38
Yeah,
Special, plenty others, Jay Skis.
definitely.
Is there anyone whose style of working was most interesting to you?
Man, I really took a liking to Conway, just the way that he, just the way that he presented it. I had reached out to Conway first in regards to the record, and then I also had another artist that was supposed to do it, but they kind of like, they like try to pull the fast one. And then so I hit Conway. He was like, "Yo, you from Buffalo?" I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "Well, I can show you love on the price. I'll do it for this amount." You know what I'm saying? So like a week or so went by, and he was like, "Yo, what's good? Yo, what's good with the feature? We still gonna get it done?" And then like it just was dope that he reached back out. You know what I mean? He still had me on the mind. Outside of the money thing, because at that time they was out of here. So they, he could have got another rack or whatever I was gonna give him for the feature and shit. So, it just meant something for him to reach back out to me. And then so yeah, like that was dope. In regards to how he worked the J Skis joint. Being that we're on drum work, the J Skis joint, I actually won a contest. So he had a Sway Uppers contest. One of his singles, he had a contest to where he was like, "Yo, whoever got the best 16 on this joint, they can win a free verse." Now, prior to that, I reached out to Skis for the joint. This one he just had signed with Conway. So it's just crazy how like, because I believe in alignment. So because me and Skis, like we already were due to work like back in the day when we were coming up when we were younger. But again, like I said, I respected the business because like you got to think about it. Like like this is some people bread and butter. So like if he don't make that bread, he can't feed his family. He can't feed his daughter. You know what I mean? And shit like that. So it was like, "Yo, bro, is this price?" You know what I mean, for the feature. But I ended up entering into the contest, and I ended up winning the contest for the same record I originally reached out because I couldn't do the feature at the time based off the price. But just crazy how like the universe worked this way, and so like basically I got features from damn near everybody. I got songs with everybody on drum work damn near. And then Love did a contest too. I won that contest too, first place. So Love, so I ended up winning a verse, free tickets to the Drumwork Fest, and then me and Goose actually got a joint too. Shout out to Goose as well. Goose is another one. You know what I mean? He's real down to earth. You know what I'm saying?
That's
So
what's
me
up.
Me and Goose got a joint produced by CG. It's me, Goose, and my man Bo Gustis. He's a legend from Buffalo too. It's called Revenge of Shinobi. So check that joint out too. But yeah, there's some type of correlation with the drum work. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but so I won 2 drum work contests. So I got I got songs with Conway, J Skis, Love, and Goose. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, I mean, outside of it being Buffalo, it's just like, it's just crazy how it shaped out that way.
Well, shout out to the hometown heroes, man.
That's a fact. Shout out to them.
Yeah. And especially those that, showing love and actually, looking out like that.
For sure.
That is what's up.
Sure.
Leading from that conversation, let's show some more love to your partner in rhyme, my man, Akil Ali.
Hell yeah.
Syracuse, we want to salute him for his latest endeavors as coach and mentor to those, embarking on a journey and sports that they love or whatnot. That's an accomplishment, and we happy for him here at the rap scene. You talked about a few producers initially suggesting that y'all collab. What let you know or made you feel like this is a dude I can work with, when y'all finally got together?
So my boy he was signed. So he was signed with Lord Mob, you know what I'm saying? So like sometimes when you some underground artists are they funny, you know what I'm saying? So like I kind of kept my distance because I didn't really know what he had going on at the time. But when he reached out to me and I kind of learned how he was as a person, and me and him being similar, that's what really showed me that okay, we can we could work. So he ended up reaching out to me on Facebook like, yo, your music is dope, bro. We need to lock in. You know what I mean? We did like 3 joints. And the next thing you know, we had an album in like a month. And then he had went out to Miami for Art Basel, and I was in Orlando, Florida, visiting my boy. So we ended up driving out to Miami, and that's where we first met. Like that was our first time ever meeting in person. We were online and talking on the phone and stuff like that, chopping it up. But we actually met for the first time in Miami. Then fast forward after we did the album and we built that rapport, we ended up going to Miami to open for Conway.
Mm-hmm.
So it was just like full circle, you know what I'm saying? But like he ended up reaching out to me, and then like we had a few conversations. I was okay, what is this? But I was used to dealing with artists in Buffalo, and it was just weird. Like, and I felt like everybody not going where I'm going, so my accessibility is limited.
Mm-hmm.
You know? But like just the way his energy is, you know what I mean? The type of energy that he has is what really like, you know what I mean, made us click so well, because like we damn near one and the same. Like we believe in the same thing. Both our kids' mothers is Virgos, so like we be sharing crazy stories like that. So like we got like a really like a real like a brotherhood, you know what I'm saying? So we done been on the road together. You know what I mean? We opened for Conway in Cleveland. We've learned a lot, you know what I mean, about our rapping styles and then individually too. So and we've been just giving each other alley-oops. So like he's doing the coaching. He's coaching at his ECC, which he played ball there. So like it's dope, and everything's just really like aligning now.
That's tight, and it's a beautiful thing when y'all get together, man. It's something that
and also he lives in Buffalo now. You know what I mean?
Word.
So he was living in Mount Vernon, but he ended up coming back to Buff. You know what I mean? So now we like in the same city. We be doing events. We do workshops together, and we just continue to build.
It's a beautiful thing, man. And I love how y'all speak so highly of each other, yo.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I was able to talk to him a little while ago, and y'all sound just like each other.
Real talk, about each other. Like for real, because me, like I'm very like enclosed to myself, so I don't really let a lot of people. You know what I mean? I don't let a lot of people in regards to like my accessibility is very limited, and let people call it what you want, but like I can really like. Because he been through a lot of shit, you know what I'm saying? So like for him to go through so much shit that he went through and to see where he's at now, like I'm real proud of bro. You know what I'm saying? So like that's why like I always, we give each other alley-oops. Like if it's an opportunity where we both can benefit, we make sure to do that. And that's really how it's supposed to be. You know what I mean? We're not supposed to be at war with each other. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. You know what I mean? We're able to, we don't have many disagreements. You know what I'm saying? Because we both understand you can't be too emotional over certain situations. You know what I mean? We talk things out and we get through it. Like, you know what I mean? Like if we both was hotheads and we would clash. But being that me and him are both have lived life and went through some stuff, we can come, together like, okay, it's common ground and we got to understand, okay, we can do this and do things this way. Like, you know what I mean? So that's just how we work, bro. Real talk.
Excellent, man. Y'all are in a lineage of dope ass hip hop duos. And it's always dope when two dope MCs can get together and create the dope shit that you two do. Shout out Dusty Souls. Who would be your favorite hip hop MC duo group?
I would say Outkast, Mobb Deep. Yeah.
So many.
Man, it's a lot of them, but I feel like Dusty Souls, we different from everybody else. We definitely gonna be one of the best duos though that ever did it. You know what I mean? Like a lot, like consciously, right? Like the righteous rap, and then like this new music that we got is very different from what people are used to hearing. So I just feel like, you know what I mean, the way that we write and like all of the music we have combined together, like we really about to go down in history as one of the best duos for sure. You can mark my words, bro, for real.
Word up.
Yeah.
I'll be preaching to the choir.
Hell yeah.
That's so dope, man. Where do you get off being so unassumably dope, Y.N.X?
Man,
where do you get off, dude?
From really making mistakes. You know what I'm saying? Like I made a lot of mistakes. Not to say that I'm perfect, but I'm aware. Like, you know what I mean? I'm aware of who I am now, and like I'm aware of the confidence that you need to be able to continue on this journey. Because a lot of people, it's easier to quit than keep going. So a lot of people quit, but once you quit, you automatically fail. So it's like I have to make the best of this opportunity of life. You know what I'm saying? And that's really like where it really stems from. Like it ain't no motivation. Like I can't say like, oh, well, this motivated it. I got motivational factors, but like it's really all about making the best of my opportunity in life.
That's what's up.
Yeah,
that's what's up.
Definitely.
Thank you. Yeah.
Get it,
motivational and inspirational. Yeah. I got into an interesting back and forth a while ago with which sparks the question: if you could relate your style to any NBA player, who would it be in history?
Sheesh. That's a great question. Let me see. I would say, that's an excellent question. I would just say based off the determination and like how I look at, because again, like it's a lifestyle. Like rap is not nothing that you can just learn overnight and just be elite at it. You got to really like work towards it. And I was watching this video about Kobe in regards to him, like how he make the like a hissing sound, and if don't nobody pass him the ball, I mean he gonna be tight at you. But like I would compare myself to like the greats, any great like Steph, Kobe, anybody that's very elite, because like I treat it like a lifestyle. You know what I mean? Like my life revolves around music. You know what I mean? The music don't revolve around life. You know what I'm saying? So like that's how I would look, cause like this is literally like my day in, day out. You know what I'm saying? So I would say just the dedication. Anybody that you can think of that's elite and has perfected their craft, I would say that's who I am. You know what I mean? Cause like I make sure every verse that I drop is always well rounded, well explained.
Nice breakdown. Nice, very nice. If you got any of those Y.N.X, I believe, boards laying around?
I do.
Any more of those? You just send me one of those, man.
Absolutely.
Add one of them to my collection, dude. Much appreciate.
Absolutely, bro. Yeah.
Okay, so hip hop has eras, of course. Like we had the blog era, the golden era, which we all love and revere. The SoundCloud era, the crunk era.
Right.
And I know it's more of a process of hindsight, but what would you call the current era if you could label it?
Are we talking about the underground, or are we talking about just music in general?
Hip hop. Just hip hop has what we're gonna look back at it as this era right now.
Shit, I would say the boom bap era, really. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, Griselda had an era too. You know what I mean? Like the boom boom era. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Like for real, like that's it. Like because they had the wave that they had, and you know what I mean that shit was real impactful. So I would say definitely. You know what I mean the boom bap era. Me and Ock, like we the righteous era. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like we like the righteous rappers. But like again, this Watchers tape, like it's gonna really open up a whole different sound that people never even thought we could do. You know what I'm saying?
Can't wait to hear. I am Frank 5D, and I hear everything first.
Yes,
Before
sir.
it
Now
drops.
now I'm gonna send you the exclusive for sure.
Word up. I,
So,
I ask everybody this, and because I'm genuinely interested, and I'm gonna put something together. With all the answers that I've got.
word.
Where would hip hop have started if it didn't start in New York?
It probably would have been in Atlanta somewhere.
Atlanta, you said?
Well, like music, just because like the most of the hub is within Atlanta. Um, so New York City or just New York State?
New York City. If it didn't start there, where would it have started?
Shit, Buffalo. Word. As far as that golden era sound, you know what I'm saying? Because we got a lot of people that's like legendary. They just kind of like gave up, you know what I mean? Because again, they didn't have that outlet. But me, like I don't care. Like I'm gonna keep going until shit click. You know what I'm saying? Well, it's already clicking. You know what I mean?
I tend to agree. I get people telling me. Most people tell me L.A., of course, but I've gotten all types of different cities. But I tend to agree it's be somewhere very close to New York, or
Mhm.
or somewhere ancillary like Jersey or Philly or something like that. DC.
Definitely.
Yeah. Very very nice. What's the most influential city in the culture right now?
Atlanta.
Yeah.
Atlanta play. Yeah. Atlanta got a lot of stuff going on music wise. It seems like to me they always got something going on, whether it's a pop up shop. I know a lot of writers and stuff that I know a lot of people that moved from Buffalo to Atlanta. If I'm not mistaken, I believe that West moved to Atlanta from Buffalo to like actually break Griselda. You know what I'm saying? So like I would say Atlanta just because I know so many people that were here that moved out there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, shout out to Atlanta. We all love Atlanta. Um, take money.
Right.
um, you mentioned a little while ago that you're a big advocate for mental health. Tell me about the Pen Your Pain workshops.
Definitely. So I entered into a grant about a few years ago, and early on in that grant I was volunteering helping kids out in regards to poetry. So we were doing poetry, and I was helping them turn that poetry into like a cadence. You know what I'm saying? So I would give them subject poems. A lot of times rap, like you gotta stay on subject with whatever is being talked about. So I had like 14 kids in the class, and I grouped them up, and I was like, okay, you three write a poem about fire. You three write a poem about water. And now this allows them to get creative and staying on the subject instead of just writing. You know what I'm saying? So I did that. When that term ended, I ended up developing my own criteria and book. So I got like a Pen Your Pain book, to where like I have whoever participates rate how they're feeling today from a scale of 1 to 10 and why. And then what that does is allow you to identify your problems and help you find solution-based options instead of anger. You know what I'm saying? But mental health is very important, for all of us in regards to being able to control how we feel, because you can all it takes is one time getting upset and you could ruin your life.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Very nice, man. And of course, that's good for your own mental health. To be able to give back and to be able to see the appreciation and to be able to teach people to do things constructively instead of all this bullshit that the culture's trying to teach us to do.
Exactly.
That's what's up, man. Shout out to you for that, and
Sure.
man, much more success and many more Pen Your Pain workshops.
Thank you, bro. Thank you.
You took a hip hop history course at university.
I did.
What did you learn about hip hop in that course?
Man, I learned about the elements. I learned about the history of hip hop. You know what I mean? Like where it started, and you know what I mean. It was very extensive. You know what I mean? Like just learning each individual element and spending time on it. 'Cause, you know, we all heard of elements of hip hop, but we actually had to study it. You know what I mean, and understand it. So I would say that was a well needed class for sure.
Word up. Would you recommend that other college students take it?
For sure. You know what I mean? If you're into hip hop and you have a passion for music, definitely try it out and see if it's something that you're interested in. We had a project at the end of it where we had to like put a song together. You know what I'm saying? So, you know me, like I was already recording already, so I just utilized some music, you know, songs I recorded and, you know, created it based off of what they were looking for, and then history.
Right.
Sure.
Nice, man. You know, we always hear about those courses, and it's like, what the hell? And then you think about yourself actually going in there, like, man, I am hip hop. What are you gonna teach me about hip hop?
Right, but it was just the history portion of it, like, because I didn't come up in the '90s. I was born in the '90s, but like a lot of the hip hop that came out in the '90s, I was still like growing up, so I was like 5, 6, 7 years old. You know what I mean?
Word.
But it had so much longevity that I was able to revisit it when I really get active.
We want to wrap up, yo. We want to definitely thank you, Y.N.X, for the conversation.
Definitely.
Tell the people where they can hear your music.
For sure. You know, you can follow me on all streaming platforms. That's going to be Y.N.X716. I'm on Instagram, Y.N.X716. My website, if you want to purchase any merch, is www.YNX716.com.
Excellent. That's what's up, man. Again, thank you for doing what you do. Keep being dope as fuck. The rap scene is definitely here for it. We all support. We can't, like we said, we can't wait to get when the Watchers does come out. Please, we need you and Akil on here at the same time, and so we can all chop it up.
Absolutely.
And that's what's up, y'all. Thank you again, sir. Everybody go follow YNX716, or we gonna hack your social media and post a bunch of videos and animals getting abused.
Sure, facts.
Follow me, Frank5D, on any app you can tap. And thanks for watching. We're gonna keep it moving, y'all. Positive energy activates constant elevation.
7-1, yes, sir.